Hi, this is Megan, and I'm the main support person for JP LLC. I hope you have enjoyed listening to the Unapologetically Unstoppable podcast. We are so proud of the content we bring to you each week and thrilled to see the impact it has on our listeners. In honor of our 100th episode, we're taking a look back at some of our past episodes. Over the next month, we will be reposting our most listened to episodes for your listening enjoyment. We'd also like to let you know that Jeanette will be taking a month-long break. Don't worry, she'll be back in August. Jeanette has felt the call from Christ to take a break and take a breath. When I tell you that girl hustles, she hustles hard. She is definitely long overdue for a break to focus on life, family, and everything in between. She has entrusted her business to her hardworking behind-the-scenes team of women to make sure you still get all the normal content you love and enjoy. And now we're going to take a listen back to the 5th most downloaded episode. Are you building a she shed or a birdhouse?
Do you want God's plan for your life? Do you want to discover your calling? Do you want to build a business that's aligned with God's will? Hey girl, hey! I'm Jeanette, business and faith coach. After a decade in the military, the Air Force said, see you later, and I had to find my true calling. Want to know how God directed my life from a cybersecurity engineer to a faith and business mentor? In this podcast, I'll teach you how to start a business, how to know your business is God's calling, monetization techniques, how to trust the Holy Spirit, and how to set boundaries to listen to His word alone. Ready to become unapologetically unstoppable? Hey girl, hey. You know what takes a long time to figure out? Clarity. I mean, like everybody wants to get the strategy, the tips, the templates, the everything, right? But it doesn't matter if you have all that stuff. It's like you've got a toolbox and you don't even have the first piece of wood. Like, what's the point? You can't build anything without knowing what you're building to begin with. I mean, I can teach you how to build a birdhouse, but you don't need a birdhouse. You need a shed. But you don't know that. You need to figure out what you need first. You're too big for a birdhouse. You need a shed, girl. Build your she shed. I really feel like clarity is one of those things that you have to go deep for, right? The first thing you need to do when you're trying to figure out your clarity is you got to get quiet. I don't know what that looks like for you. For me, it's driving in a car with music really loud. I know that sounds kind of strange or it doesn't really make sense, but I have to get in a car and I have to have the music loud. That, to me, drowns out everything else. At that point, I'm not even listening to the music. I'm just listening to my thoughts. How transformed would your life be if you had 40 more prayers to pray? Go ahead and go to JeanettePeterson.com/prayers and get my 40 prayers to transform your life and business today. We're taking a walk. You have to get really quiet and then start meditating, praying about that thing. That's when you start to hear whispers. Whispers of what you're supposed to be doing. Whispers of, no, I do like that. No, I think that I want to move into that. I think that's something that I could dabble in. If you don't have clarity, you're going to go around in circles. So the first thing you need to do is get quiet and listen. Another thing you need to do is journal. Write things down. I've tried this exercise before and I thought it was kind of dumb. And then I got real clarity. And then I was like, okay, this is good. This is good. This is something here. Write down what you're feeling about whatever you need clarity about. And then ask why. Why do I feel this way? Not just once. Write it again. Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way again? Let me give you an example. I was thinking that I had to go back to school for marketing. And I said, why? Why do I need to go back to school for marketing? I need to go back to school for marketing because I need to have a degree in this field that I'm working in now. I need to have a degree to prove to people that I'm worthy of listening to about marketing. And then I said, why? And I was like, I don't know why. Like, don't people need to have degrees? And then I was like, but who do you know has a degree in marketing? I couldn't think of a single person. Why do I need a degree in marketing? Is that something that I need to prove to myself? Or is that something I need to prove to others? Is it actually going to help me on my journey? I'm one of those nerdy people who like geeks out on marketing strategy. I'm always reading about it. I don't need to go to school for this because I'm always learning it. There's a difference there. Like it's if you're like constantly learning something versus I need to learn this for this purpose and then that's it. Like doctors, they probably need to go to school. You can't just like Google surgery. Marketing, trends change so much. You have to be in the weeds. You have to be in it in order to understand it. It's not something that you can just like go to school, learn some strategies about marketing, and then expect to take that to the streets. That's not how that works. That's just not how that works. So then I came to the clarity of I don't need to have a degree, but I do need to continue learning. I do need to know what's going on. I do need to be in the streets. I do need to be on the front lines, but I don't need a degree as long as I'm always learning. As long as I'm always refining my craft, then I don't need a degree. There are plenty of singers and artists out there who have never gone to school for artistry that are constantly working on their craft and are magnificent. That's kind of what marketing is like. So that's just an example of me, right? But writing things down and always asking myself, why? 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 Until you actually get to that piece of, oh, maybe I don't. I'm doing this for somebody else. This is not what I need to do for me. I'm doing this to make somebody else happy, that's a reason, right? And that's not a bad reason. But to be aware of what you're doing and why you're doing those things is important. That's when you stop having resentment or anything else. And then you can change things if you don't actually like doing things for others in that way. And when you have that clarity, write it down. Write it down. Anywhere. If you have a journal, write it down. If you have a sticky note, write it down. But that helps get things out. I like to talk things out. Sometimes I'll send a message to Allison over Marco Polo, and I'll just literally start talking about something that we need clarity on and then come to the conclusion as I'm talking. Have you ever seen like The Office where he's like, sometimes I start a sentence and I have no idea where it's going to end. That's kind of what it's like. But then it ends with clarity. But if you don't have clarity, you're running around in circles. You don't know where you're going. You're lost. You're like on a milk carton. Straight up, I have no idea what's happening. I don't know where I'm supposed to be going. I think I'm doing things right, but I don't know. And you can't ask somebody else for your clarity. You can't ask somebody else for your calling. That's not how it works. That's deep work you have to do within. That's why I love becoming unapologetically me. Because I now know exactly what my calling is and staying on that track. And when I get off track, I feel it. Because I'm so in tune with what it is, I feel it. So I want to invite you to our Facebook group, Unapologetically Unstoppable. Where there you'll find marketing, clarity, and strategy, and some really, really powerful women doing incredible things, living in their calling. I don't think any of us are the same, and that's one thing that I love. It's not like a whole group of coaches or a whole group of podcast junkies. It's like literally everything. And I love that because we're all living our unapologetically unstoppable selves, living the life that we want, not something traditional. So come over, come join us, come hang out. I want to meet you. I like sending video DMs. You can see what the weather's like out here. It's probably going to be sunny or gross. Those are the only two options out here. But I'll see you soon. Wow, that was so good. So I know that you know somebody that also needs to hear that. So share this episode. Leave a review. And I would love if you could watch my free workshop at JeanettePeterson.com/missingpiece. I'll see you guys over on the grams at Jeanette.Peterson. Bye!